So unlike the traditional Stahlhelm that had a ginormous flare around the entire helmet and had this big old visor, this was meant for the intention of preventing upward shrapnel from artillery. So that way, if once the shrapnel came in from up top, it would get stopped. So a lot of troops that often had to deal with a lot of optics, like such as binoculars or sighting systems for artillery, found themselves that this visor kept getting in the way, and oftentimes, even though it offered protection, it would get in the way of them doing their jobs, which led to the German military experimenting with this particular helmet right here. This right here is an experimental M1918 visorless Stahlhelm. So this is pretty much just a regular M1918, with the exception that the visor section was completely removed. This was done as a sort of experiment for troops that had to deal a lot with optics, such as officers for artillery and things like that, that were constantly putting optics to their eyes or had to lay nice and close to these optics in order to see them. From what we can tell, only a couple thousand of these were ever made just for the trials, and they determined that either they weren't worth the hassle of making or whatever other reason that they just never went into mass production. So finding an original of these that has that visorless experimental look is incredibly rare. And on top of that, this one in particular actually still has its original chin strap and liner still intact, which makes this a fantastic piece for any German collector.